Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
The following is a talk given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on January 18th, 2017 in Kanaya Desh. The talk was given with Hindi translation.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Tora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Krishna Radhavaya Rama Hare Hare Bala Govinda Ram Sivada Siva Nitai Gora Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram. Roti Vachalo, Mulanjaya Tegram, Atki Vasavan Mande, Figure Nitharam, Harananda Madhavam, Sri Chaitanya Swara, Hariham Bhakta. Thank the children for the nice drama.
I want to thank the children for their nice drama.
I thought they would give me the stick.
I thought they would give me the stick.
Because you're all learned people.
Because you're all learned people.
Who will translate into Hindi?
Who will translate in Hindi?
I'll speak in English, but sometimes my pronunciation may not be understood. But Shama Nuzdan will repeat.
So I'll speak in English, but sometimes my pronunciation may not be understood, so Shyam Madhusudan will repeat.
तो मैं हिंदी बोलूँगा, मेरा तो शांति भी होगा तो शाम
लेकिन ठीक ठीक अनुवाद चाहिए.
लेकिन ठीक ठाक अनुवाद चाहिए.
If I say something like laughing, you have to also laugh in me.
If I say something like laughing, you have to also laugh in Hindi.
कहूँगा हंसने के लिए तो आप लोग हिंदी में हंसना होगा.
It's very nice to see so many devotees.
It's very nice to see so many devotees.
बहुत अच्छी बात है कि यहाँ पे बहुत सारे भक्त हैं.
This is Kanaya Desh.
This is Kanaya Desh.
कन्हैया देश है.
This is the place of Lord Krishna.
This is the place of Lord Krishna.
भगवान श्री कृष्ण का स्थान है।
Kanaya stop.
Kanaya Sthan.
Kanaya Das.
Kanaya Dev.
We have a temple in India, which is also called Kanaya Stop.
We have a temple in India which is also called Kanaya Sthan.
भारतवर्ष में एक मंदिर है, स्थान है, उसका नाम है कन्हैया स्थान।
That's in Kanai Natshala.
That's in Kanai Natshala.
वो कन्हैया नाथशाला में है।
It was part of Bihar, now it's part of Jharkhand.
It was part of Bihar, now it's part of Jharkhand.
पहले ये बिहार प्रांत का भाग था, अब ये झारखंड राज्य का भाग है।
Lord Chaitanya, he took initiation in the Gaya.
Lord Chaitanya took initiation in Gaya.
तो महाप्रभु ने दीक्षा गया में ली।
And first, Ishwar Puri Maharaj didn't want to give him initiation.
At first, Ishwar Puri Maharaj did not want to give him initiation
सर्वप्रथम ईश्वरपुरी महाराज उनको दीक्षा नहीं देना चाहते थे,
Because he said, you're my Pandit, you're a great Pandit, who am I to initiate you?
because he said, "You're Nimai Pandit, you're a great Pandit, so who am I to initiate you?"
उन्होंने कहा कि आप निमाई पंडित हैं, आप महान पंडित हैं, विद्वान हैं, मैं कौन हूँ आपको दीक्षा देने के लिए।
But Lord Chaitanya said, if you don't initiate me, what is the use of my living?
But Lord Chaitanya said, "If you don't initiate me, then what's the use of my living?"
महाप्रभु ने कहा कि अगर आप मुझे दीक्षा नहीं देंगे तो फिर मेरे जीने का क्या अर्थ है।
I have to take initiation.
I have to take initiation.
मुझे दीक्षा लेना ही होगा।
So, only way you can save my life is if you initiate me.
So the only way you can save my life is if you initiate me.
तो अगर जीवन की रक्षा करना चाहते हैं आप, तो वो सिर्फ मुझे दीक्षा देकर ही हो पाएगा।
So, Ishwar Puri initiated.
So Ishwar Puri initiated him.
उसके पश्चात ईश्वरपुरी जी ने उनको दीक्षा दिया।
And Lord Chaitanya started chanting Hare Krishna in Gaya.
Lord Chaitanya started chanting Hare Krishna in Gaya.
तो भगवान चैतन्य महाप्रभु गया में हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का जप कीर्तन करना शुरू कर दिया।
He felt great ecstasy after being initiated.
He felt great ecstasy after being initiated.
और वो बड़े आनंदित हो गए दीक्षा होने के पश्चात।
I was thinking how seeing that drama being initiated is such a perfection.
I was thinking, after seeing that drama, how being initiated is such a perfection.
ड्रामा देखने के पश्चात मैं सोच रहा था कि दीक्षा होना कितना ये सिद्धि का कार्य है।
That's very good. Even perfection of life to serve Krishna.
It's the human perfection of life to serve Krishna.
तो मनुष्य जीवन की संसिद्धि है भगवान श्री कृष्ण की सेवा करना।
So then, Lord Chaitanya began to chant and dance ecstasy.
So then Lord Chaitanya started to chant and dance in ecstasy.
तत्पश्चात चैतन्य महाप्रभु आनंदित होकर के गान करने लगे और नृत्य करने लगे।
And people gathered around him to see him.
People gathered around him to see.
काफी लोग उनके आसपास में आ गए उनको देखने के लिए, प्रदर्शन करने के लिए।
And he felt embarrassed that so many people were watching him.
Then he felt embarrassed that so many people were watching him.
तो उनको थोड़ा सा सहज हो गया कि लोग मुझे बहुत देख रहे हैं, मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए।
So I did the Bindi Dan for his deceased father.
So he did the Pindi Dan for his deceased father.
तो अपने वो पिताजी जो कि जिनका देहांत हो चुका था उनके लिए उन्होंने पिंडदान किया वहाँ पर।
There in Vishnu Gaya.
There in Vishnu Gaya.
विष्णु गया में वहाँ पर।
There are many Gayas.
There are many Gayas.
तो कई गया है।
And Vishnu Gaya and Bodh Gaya are both famous.
Vishnu Gaya and Bodh Gaya are most famous.
विष्णु गया और बोध गया ये काफी प्रसिद्ध है.
So then Lord Chaitanya, after doing the Hindi, he again started kirtan and he thought of the altar Vrindavan.
So Lord Chaitanya, after doing the Pindi, again started to do Kirtan and he thought, let me go to Vrindavan.
पिंडदान करने के पश्चात जब महाप्रभु पुनः कीर्तन करने लगे उन्होंने सोचा कि अब मुझे वृंदावन जाना चाहिए.
And he crossed the Polo River.
And he crossed the Phalgu river,
तो उन्होंने फल्गु नदी जो थी उसको पार किया
He was heading towards Vrindavan.
heading towards Vrindavan.
और वृंदावन की ओर जाना शुरू कर दिया.
Then there was a voice in the sky.
But then there was a voice from the sky.
तब वहाँ पर एक आकाशवाणी हुई.
Now is not the time for you to go to Vrindavan.
Now is not the time for you to go to Vrindavan.
ये समय उचित नहीं है आपके लिए वृंदावन जाने के लिए.
You have to return to Navadvip, start the Sankirtan movement.
You have to return to Navadvip and start the Sankirtan movement.
आपको नवद्वीप वापस जाना चाहिए और वहाँ पर संकीर्तन अभियान शुरू करना चाहिए.
You'll later go to Vrindavan.
You will later go to Vrindavan.
और तत्पश्चात आप बाद में वृंदावन जाएंगे.
So then he turned back.
So then he turned back.
और तब वो वापस नवद्वीप की ओर आए.
And he went to Kanaya Stan, Kanaya Desh, Kanaya Nasala.
So then he went to Kanaiya's Khan, Kanaiya Desh, Kanai Natshala.
वेरी गुड. तब वो वहाँ पर कन्हैया देश कन्हैया जी का स्थान कन्हैया नाथशाला की ओर.
And that's right by the side of the Ganges,
That's right by the side of the Ganges.
और वो बिल्कुल गंगा जी के तट पर स्थित है.
on the western side of the Ganges.
On the western side of the Ganges.
पश्चिम दिशा की ओर गंगा के तट पर स्थित है.
So there in Kanaya Stan, he saw a village boy playing on a flute.
There in Kanaiya's Khan, he saw a village boy playing on a flute.
कन्हैया स्थान में देखा कि एक गांव के बालक हैं और वो बांसुरी के साथ खेल रहे हैं.
He was at a great distance,
He was at a great distance.
और वो उससे काफी दूरी पर थे.
but somehow his flute playing was very attractive.
But somehow his flute playing was very attractive.
लेकिन किसी प्रकार से उनका जो बांसुरी था उसका बजाना बहुत मधुर था, बहुत आकर्षक था.
As the boy got closer, he saw that he was wearing a yellow dhoti with a red sash.
The boy got closer and he saw that he was wearing a yellow dhoti with a red sash.
उनके पास में आकर देखा कि उन्होंने पीली धोती पहनी है और लाल रंग का उसका कवच.
He got closer and he saw he had a peacock feather in his turban.
He got closer and he saw that he had a peacock feather in his turban.
और जब और पास में गए तो देखा कि उनके जो मुकुट पहने हैं उसमें मोर का पंख लगा हुआ है.
He got closer and Lord Chaitanya thought, this is Krishna, this is Krishna,
He got,
this is Krishna.
he got closer and he thought, this is Krishna, this is Krishna, this is Krishna.
और जैसे वो पास में गए तो उनको लगा कि ये कृष्ण है, 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 ये कृष्ण है.
Then was Krishna.
And then it was Krishna.
और वो कृष्ण भगवान थे.
And he came right up to him
And he came right up to him
and he embraced him.
and he embraced him.
उसके पास में आ गए और उनको आलिंगन किया उन्होंने.
Lord Chaitanya was feeling so much ecstasy.
Lord Chaitanya was feeling so much ecstasy.
चेतन भगवान पूर्ण आनंदित हो गए, बहुत आनंदित थे.
But then Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna, let Lord Chaitanya go.
But then Lord Krishna let Lord Chaitanya go.
And he,
भगवान श्री कृष्ण चेतन भगवान को जाने दिया.
and Krishna ran off.
and Krishna ran off.
और भगवान श्री कृष्ण भी वहां से चले गए भागे।
Lord Chaitanya ran after him.
Lord Chaitanya ran after him,
तो भगवान उनके पीछे पीछे भागे दौड़े,
But Krishna disappeared.
but Krishna disappeared.
लेकिन भगवान श्री कृष्ण अंतर्धान हो गए।
And Lord Chaitanya was rolling on the ground.
And then Lord Chaitanya was rolling on the ground.
तो महाप्रभु वहां पर धूल में वो मिट्टी लगा रखे थे।
He was feeling such separation.
He was feeling such separation.
वो बहुत विरह के भाव में थे।
He had Krishna in his hands.
He had Krishna in his hands.
He had Krishna!
He had Krishna,
उनके हाथ में भगवान श्री कृष्ण थे बिल्कुल,
And he lost it.
and he lost him.
और उन्होंने उनको खो दिया।
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna! Krishna!
Krishna, 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 Krishna.
कृष्णा 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 कृष्णा।
So Krishna had promised. He told Rukmini and Lord and Narada Muni
Krishna had told Rukmini and Narad Muni
भगवान श्री कृष्ण रुक्मिणी और नारद मुनि को कहा था
that he would come back to Kali Yuga.
that he would come back in Kali Yuga,
कि वो कलयुग में वापस आएंगे,
But he would be a devotee
but he would be a devotee
लेकिन वो एक भक्त होंगे,
because Rukmini said he didn't know how much his devotees loved him and in what way they loved him.
because Rukmini had said that he did not know how much his devotees loved him and in what way they loved him.
क्योंकि रुक्मिणी ने कहा था कि उनको पता नहीं है कि उनके भक्त उनको कैसे प्रेम करते हैं और कितना प्रेम करते हैं।
So he would come back as a devotee.
So he would come back as a devotee.
और वो इस भक्त के पास में फिर वापस आएंगे।
So his ecstasy began in Bihar and Jharkhand.
So his ecstasy began in Bihar and Jharkhand.
तो उनका ये आनंद भाव जो है बिहार और झारखंड में ये प्रकट हुआ।
He left Navadip, he was Nimai Pandit.
He left Navadip as Nimai Pandit.
और नवदीप को उन्होंने छोड़ा निमाई पंडित के रूप में,
He came back as Gaur Hari.
He came back as Gaur Hari.
और वापस आए गौर हरि के रूप में।
And everybody noticed the change.
Everybody noticed the change.
और सब लोगों ने उनके अंदर जो परिवर्तन आया उसको ऊपर ध्यान दिया सब।
Now he was giving class in Sanskrit Vyakaran with teaching with the names of Krishna.
Now he was giving class on Sanskrit Vyakaran, teaching with the names of Lord Krishna.
अब वो जो संस्कृत वहाँ पर व्याकरण हुआ करता था उसमें अब वो भगवान श्री कृष्ण का नाम लेकर सबको शिक्षा दे रहे थे।
Later, Jiva Goswami gave such a class. He called it at the Harinam Amrita Vyakaran.
Later, Jeev Goswami gave a class and he called it the Harinamamrita Vyakaran.
बाद में जी गोस्वामी जी ने शिक्षा दिया और उसका नाम दिया हरि नामामृत व्याकरण।
So, Lord Chaitanya called the devotees and he wanted to meet them at the ashram of Sukla Brahmachari.
So Lord Chaitanya called the devotees and told them that he wanted to meet them at the ashram of Shuklambar Brahmachari.
भगवान ने भक्तों को बुलाया, उन्हें कहा कि वो शुक्लांबर ब्रह्मचारी के यहाँ पर मिलना चाहते हैं उनसे।
And his ashram, he had a kalpa vriksha.
At his ashram, he had a kalpa vriksha.
उनके आश्रम में कल्प वृक्ष था।
Any flower you wanted, he gave order, he gave the flower.
Any flower you wanted, he'd give the order and you would get that flower.
जो भी पुष्प चाहिए वो आज्ञा देते थे और वो पुष्प वहाँ से अपने आप आता था।
300 jasmine, really full, 200 Rajnigandha,
300 jasmine, 200 Rajnigandha,
300 चमेली के फूल और 200 रजनीगंधा, ऐसे बोलते थे।
Golok Champa,
Golok Champa,
वो लोग चंपा पुष्प
So no one go anywhere else. Why? All the flowers from one tree.
And no one would go anywhere else. Why? You would get all the flowers from one tree.
और कोई कहीं पर जाते नहीं थे क्योंकि सब कुछ एक ही वृक्ष से प्राप्त हो रहा था।
Lord Chaitanya came there.
So Lord Chaitanya came there.
चैतन्य भगवान वहां पर आए।
Then there was one tamal tree.
There's a tamal tree.
वहां पर एक तमाल वृक्ष भी था।
When he saw the tamal tree, he embraced it.
When he saw the tamal tree, he embraced it.
जब तमाल वृक्ष को देखा, उसका आलिंगन किया उन्होंने।
He told the other devotees.
He told the other devotees.
उन्होंने और भक्तों को कहा,
I had Krishna in my hand. I had him.
I had him. I had him.
कृष्ण भगवान मेरे हाथ में थे। कृष्ण भगवान बिल्कुल मेरे पास में थे। मेरे पास में थे।
I had him. I lost him.
I had him and I lost him.
मेरे बिल्कुल पास थे लेकिन मैंने उनको खो दिया।
You don't know what it's like to have Krishna and lose him.
You don't know what it's like to have Krishna and
Oh!
और वो समझ नहीं पा रहे थे कि कैसा होता है कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण बिल्कुल पास में आ गया और उनको खोना।
So this way, all the devotees that know his history.
So in this way, all the devotees knew his history.
इस प्रकार जो सभी भक्त थे वो उनके इतिहास को जानते थे।
Before Pandit, he was the greatest Pandit in Navadvip.
Before, as Nimai Pandit, he was the greatest Pandit in Navadvip.
तो निमाई पंडित में पहले वो नवद्वीप में बहुत महान पंडित थे।
He could defeat anyone on logic and Nyaya.
He could defeat anyone in logic, in Nyaya.
तो किसी को भी वो न्याय में परास्त कर देते थे।
He could convince someone that they're wrong, and then convince them that they're right. He convinces them that they're wrong, right. He has such a brain.
He could convince someone that they were wrong, and then convince them that they were right, and then again convince them that they were wrong. He had such a brain.
उनके पास ऐसा मस्तिष्क था कि वो कभी किसी को सही साबित करते थे, फिर गलत और फिर को सही। इतने बुद्धिमान थे।
So this is the Supreme Lord.
So this is the Supreme Lord.
Whatever he does it super.
Whatever he does it super.
ये परम पुरुषोत्तम भगवान है। वो जो भी करते हैं वो परम होता है।
So as a Pandit, he was Vachaspati. He was the greatest Pandit.
So as a Pandit, he was Vachaspati. He was the greatest Pandit.
पंडित के रूप में वो वाचस्पति थे, महान पंडित।
As a devotee, he was the most merciful, kind-hearted devotee.
As a devotee, he was the most merciful, kind-hearted devotee.
और भक्त के रूप में वो बहुत ही दयालु भक्त थे।
So, but people thought he was sick.
But people thought he was sick.
लेकिन लोग समझ रहे थे कि वो बीमार हो गए।
On the Sachi came out, calling for months.
Mother Shachi came out to call him for lunch.
Nimai Prasadam.
Nimai Prasadam.
सच्ची माता आई उनको बुलाने के लिए, निमाई प्रसादम।
The neighbors came.
The neighbors came.
उनके पड़ोसी आए।
Something wrong with your son.
Something is wrong with your son.
आपके पुत्र के साथ में कुछ गलत हो गया लगता है।
Kitsu Varados has disturbed errors in the brain.
Kitsu Vayudosh. He has disturbed errors in the brain.
उनको कुछ वायु दोष हो गया है, उनके मस्तिष्क में कुछ गलत वायु आ गई है।
You should give some tender coconut.
You should give him some tender coconut.
No.
उनको कुछ आपको नारियल देना चाहिए। नहीं, no.
That's not strong enough.
That's not strong enough.
ये इतना मजबूत नहीं है।
Now the neighbors put Dastamul tail on his head.
Put Dashamul Tel on his head.
उनके सिर पर आप 10 मूल तेल रखिए।
Other neighbors said, no, no, no.
Another neighbor said, no, no, no.
और उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं नहीं नहीं,
He is far gone.
He's far gone.
Tie him up with ropes.
Tie him up with ropes.
वो काफी दूर जा चुके हैं, उनको रस्सी से बांधना होगा।
Mother said, nothing wrong, my son.
Mother Shachi said, nothing is wrong with my son.
सच्ची माता ने कहा कि नहीं, मेरे पुत्र के साथ में कुछ भी गड़बड़ नहीं।
So, you went to see incarnation of Narmoni, that's Srivas Thakur.
So Nimai went to see the incarnation of Narad Muni, Srivas Thakur.
तो निमाई गए, नारद मुनि के अवतार हैं श्रीवास ठाकुर, उनको देखने के लिए।
He said, can I ask you a question?
He said, can I ask you a question?
मैंने कहा क्या मैं आपसे एक प्रश्न पूछ सकता हूँ?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
हाँ, निश्चित रूप से, क्यों नहीं?
People say I'm sick. Am I sick?
People say I'm sick. Am I sick?
लोग कहते हैं कि मैं बीमार हूँ, क्या मैं बीमार लगता हूँ आप?
What are your symptoms?
Well, what are your symptoms?
कि क्या लक्षण है?
Whenever I chant the holy name of Krishna,
Whenever I chant the holy name of Krishna,
जब भी मैं भगवान श्री कृष्ण का नाम का जब कीर्तन करता हूँ,
my voice gets choked up.
my voice gets choked up.
मेरा गला रुंध हो जाता है,
Tears flow from my eyes.
Tears flow from my
My
eyes.
hairs stand on end.
My hairs stand on end.
Sometimes I faint.
Sometimes I faint.
Sometimes I laugh.
Sometimes I laugh. Ha ha.
तो मेरे नेत्र से आंसू गिरते हैं, मेरे रोंगटे खड़े जाते हैं, और कभी कभी मैं हंसता हूँ, हा हा।
So Srila said, yes, you have the disease.
So Shiva said, yes, you have a disease.
श्रीवास ने कहा कि हाँ, आपको रोग है।
I want that disease also.
And I want that disease also.
और मुझे भी ऐसा रोग चाहिए, उन्होंने कहा।
You have the disease of love of Krishna.
You have the disease of love of Krishna.
आपको भगवान श्री कृष्ण के प्रेम का रोग है।
And even Brahma and Shiva want that disease.
And even Brahma and Shiva want that disease.
यहाँ तक कि ब्रह्मा और शिव भी ऐसा रोग चाहते हैं।
So, Lord Chaitanya said, you saved my life.
So Lord Chaitanya said, you saved my life.
भगवान ने कहा कि आपने मेरे जीवन की रक्षा कर दी।
I thought that if I have a disease, what's the use of living?
I thought that if I have a disease, what's the use of living?
मैंने सोचा कि अगर मुझे रोग है तो फिर मेरे जीवन का क्या उपयोग?
The most sweet thing, this is the disease, this is illusion, then what's the use of living?
The most sweet thing, if this is a disease, then what's the use of living?
ये बहुत मधुर चीज है, अगर ये रोग है, लेकिन अगर भ्रम है तो फिर क्या उपयोग है जीने का?
So, you saved my life.
So you saved my life.
तो आपने मेरा जीवन बचा लिया।
You see, general people, they can't understand what ecstasy you're going through.
You see, general people can't understand what ecstasy you're going through.
देखिए सामान्य लोग नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं कि आप किस आनंद में जा रहे हैं।
You come here at night, intellect, select devotees who can appreciate your ecstasies.
Come here at night with select devotees.
I will invite.
I will invite select devotees to come here at night who can understand your ecstasies.
आप रात्रि में यहाँ पर आइए, मैं कुछ चयनित भक्तों को यहाँ पर बुलाऊंगा।
And so then, Lord Srivas Thakur, he had the nocturnal kirtans. Lord Chaitanya attended.
So then Srivas Thakur had nocturnal kirtans which Lord Chaitanya attended.
फिर श्रीवास ठाकुर वहाँ पर कीर्तन करते हैं और जब महाप्रभु वहाँ पर आमंत्रित होते हैं।
And people listen outside the door. of the garden of Srivas.
And people would listen outside the door of the garden of Srivas.
तो ये रात्रि में कीर्तन होता है और लोग बाहर से सुनते रहते हैं दरवाजे के पास खड़े होकर।
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं रात्रि में?
Sounds like they're chanting, I know.
It sounds like they're chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
सुनते हैं कि हरि बोल ये जप की आवाज आ रही है।
Well, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Are you one of them?
Are you one of them?
तो ये कर रहे थे। क्या आप उनमें से आप एक हैं? हरि
They must be drinking wine.
They must be drinking wine.
वो लोग कुछ मदिरा का पान कर रहे होंगे।
Oh no.
Oh no.
नहीं,
That's all crazy. They're chanting Hare Krishna.
You people are all crazy. They're chanting Hare Krishna.
ये सब लोग मत हो गए हैं। ये लोग हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का जप कीर्तन कर रहे हैं।
So you're one of them. I go,
So you're one of them, huh?
Coming up.
तो आप उनमें से एक हैं।
Coming up with them.
Covering up for them.
उनके लिए आप उनको ढक रहे हैं।
So like that, inside, they're having kirtan.
So like that. But inside, they're having kirtan.
तो इस प्रकार वो अंदर जो है कीर्तन हुआ करता था।
One day, Lord Chaitanya, he wasn't feeling any ecstasy.
One day, Lord Chaitanya, he was not feeling any ecstasy.
तो एक दिन चैतन्य महाप्रभु वहां पर कुछ आनंद का अनुभव नहीं कर रहे थे कीर्तन में।
He said, today, I'm not feeling any ecstasy.
He said, today, I'm not feeling any ecstasy.
कहा कि आज मुझे कोई आनंद नहीं आ रहा है।
Who is responsible?
Who is responsible?
कौन जिम्मेदार है इसके लिए?
The devotee thought, what I do wrong today?
Every devotee thought, oh, what did I do wrong today?
सभी सोच रहे थे कि मैंने आज क्या गलत काम कर दिया।
Then they start kirtan again.
Then they started kirtan again.
पुनः उन्होंने कीर्तन शुरू कर दिया।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. After a while, Chaitanya said, I still don't feel any ecstasy.
After a while, Lord Chaitanya said, I still don't feel any ecstasy.
कुछ क्षण के पश्चात महाप्रभु ने कहा कि अभी भी मुझे आनंद नहीं आ रहा।
There must be an outside person looking.
There must be some outside person looking.
यहाँ पर कोई बाहर से कोई व्यक्ति अंदर देख रहा है।
Siddharth Thakur went to his house.
Srivas Thakur went to his house.
शिवाज ठाकुर अपने घर में गए
He looked around.
He looked around.
और चारों तरफ देखा उन्होंने।
He didn't find anyone.
He didn't find anyone.
उन्हें कोई नहीं मिले वहाँ पर।
Then he saw this one basket, big basket.
Then he saw this one basket, one big basket.
तो एक बड़ी सी टोकरी उन्होंने देखी वहाँ पर।
And he lifted the basket up.
And he lifted the basket up.
उन्होंने टोकरी को उठाया ऊपर।
There was a lady there crouching inside.
There was a lady there crouching inside.
तो वहाँ पर एक स्त्री वहाँ पर थी जो वहाँ पर छुपी हुई थी।
He grabbed her by the neck and took her out to the door. Said, "Why are you disturbing what they done is kirtan?"
He grabbed her by the neck and took her to the door and said, "Why are you disturbing Lord Chaitanya's kirtan?"
उनके गले से पकड़कर के उनको लाकर बाहर किया। उन्होंने कहा कि आप चैतन्य महाप्रभु कीर्तन में क्यों बाधा डाल रही हैं?
Put her out the door and closed the door.
He threw her out the door and closed the door.
उन्हें घर से बाहर किया और दरवाजा बंद कर दिया अंदर से।
Lord Chaitanya said, "Who was that?"
Lord Chaitanya said, "Who was that?"
I don't know.
I don't know.
फिर महाप्रभु कहा कुछ वो कौन है? उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे पता नहीं।
I don't know. Was that your mother-in-law?
No, no. Was that your mother-in-law?
क्या वो आपकी सास थी?
How could you do that to your mother-in-law?
How could you do that to your mother-in-law?
अपनी सास के साथ में कैसे आप ऐसे कर सकते हैं?
Anyone who disturbs your kirtan, my Lord, I don't know them.
Anyone who disturbs your kirtan, my Lord, I don't know them.
कोई भी जो आपके कीर्तन में बाहर आते हैं मेरे प्रभु मैं उनको नहीं जानता हूँ।
Srivas, you're going to face a lot of problems for mistreating your mother-in-law.
Srivas, you're going to face a lot of problems for mistreating your mother-in-law.
श्रीवास आपको आगे बहुत समस्या आने वाली है क्योंकि आपने अपनी सास के साथ में दुर्व्यवहार किया है।
Oh, you're too much, Srivas.
You're too much, Srivas.
ये बहुत ज्यादा आपने किया श्रीवास।
So, I want to see you happy, Lord.
He said, well, I want to see you happy, Lord.
भगवान का मैं तो आपको भगवान मैं आपको पसंद देखना चाहता हूँ।
They wouldn't call him Bhagavan.
They would not call him Bhagavan.
मैं आपको पसंद देखना चाहता हूँ, भगवान ही कर देते हैं।
Only twice he revealed.
Only twice he revealed.
सिर्फ 2 बार उन्होंने प्रकट किया ये।
Because he was acting as a devotee.
Because he was acting as a devotee.
क्योंकि वो एक भक्त के आचरण को कर रहे थे।
So like this, there's many different things happen at the Srivasa's house.
So like this, many different things happened at Srivasa's house.
इस प्रकार कई घटनाएं घटी श्रीवास जी के घर में।
This all happened only 500 years ago.
This all happened only 500 years ago.
और ये सभी घटना आज से 500 वर्ष पूर्व ही घटित हुई।
Lord Chaitanya had predicted that after 500 years, he would send a devotee, a Senapati Bhakta.
Lord Chaitanya had predicted that after 500 years, he would send a devotee, a Senapati Bhakta.
प्रभु ने कहा महाप्रभु ने कि 500 वर्ष के पश्चात उनके एक भक्त आएंगे सेनापति के रूप में।
And that devotee would spread the Harinam and his teachings those distant countries where he didn't know.
And that devotee would spread the Harinam and his teachings to those distant countries where he did not go.
और उनके वो भक्त हरिनाम को और उनकी शिक्षाओं को उन सभी देशों में प्रचार करेंगे जहाँ पर वो नहीं जा पाए थे।
Lord Chaitanya preached in the Indian subcontinent.
Lord Chaitanya preached in the Indian subcontinent.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने भारतीय द्वीप में इसका प्रचार किया था।
Who went 500 years later to the Western countries.
But who went 500 years later to the Western countries?
लेकिन फिर कौन गए 500 वर्ष के पश्चात पाश्चात्य देशों में?
Who spread the Harinam and Lord Chaitanya's teachings?
Who spread the Harinam and Lord Chaitanya's teachings?
और किसने हरिनाम और चैतन्य महाप्रभु की शिक्षाओं का प्रचार किया?
Was His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
It was His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
और वो अभयचरणारिंद स्वामी शिवपाद जी थे।
So you're all very fortunate to be in Prabhupada's family.
So you're all very fortunate to be in Prabhupada's family.
तो आप सभी बड़े सौभाग्यशाली हैं शिवपाद जी के परिवार में सम्मिलित होने के लिए।
In ISKCON, we're a multi-guru society.
In ISKCON, we are a multi-guru society.
अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कृष्ण महामंडल संघ में कई गुरुओं की ये सभा है।
And all are coming from Prabhupada.
But all are coming from Prabhupada.
ये सभी श्री प्रभुपाद जी से ही आ रहे हैं।
So we're all part of Prabhupada's family and the Guru Parampara.
So we're all part of Prabhupada's family, the Guru Parampara.
हम सभी श्री प्रभुपाद जी के परिवार से और गुरु परंपरा से।
And so this is a very great blessing.
So this is a very great blessing.
ये बहुत ही महान आशीर्वाद है जो।
So while you're working and building up your economic development,
so while you're working and building up your economic development,
जब यहाँ पर हम कार्य कर रहे हैं और आर्थिक उन्नति कर रहे हैं,
side by side try to encourage your friends and colleagues.
Side by side, try to encourage your friends and colleagues.
साथ साथ में अपने मित्रों और जो साथ में कार्य करते हैं सहकर्मी उनको उत्साहित करें हम।
Hindu colleagues.
I mean the Hindu colleagues.
मेरा मतलब है कि जो हिंदू हमारे सहकर्मी हैं,
To take out the Harinam
to take up the Harinam.
जैसे हरिनाम लेने के लिए उनको
Sarinam is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga.
This Harinam is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga.
ये हरिनाम युग धर्म है कलयुग के लिए।
Prabhupada, he went to the West to preach.
Prabhupada, he went to the West to preach.
गोपाल की पाशाद सुन के प्रचार करने के लिए
He told me to come to India and preach.
But he told me to come to India and preach.
उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि आप भारतवर्ष में आइए प्रचार करने के लिए।
But he also told all the sannyasis, and I was present twice,
But he also told all the sannyasis, and I was present twice,
we should preach all around the world.
that we should preach all around the world.
और सभी सन्यासियों को कहा, मैं भी वहाँ पर 2 बार उपस्थित था, कि हमको पूरे विश्व में प्रचार करना चाहिए।
So, we're very happy that here in the Middle East,
So we're very happy that here in the Middle East,
तो बहुत प्रसन्न है कि यहाँ पर खाड़ी देशों में,
in Kanada's,
in Kanaya Desh,
कनिया देश में
so many people are chanting Hare Krishna.
so many people are chanting Hare Krishna.
बहुत से भक्त हरिनाम कर रहे हैं, जप कर रहे हैं,
And not fools like the king.
And not fools like the king.
और जो भी ड्रामा हमने देखा उसमें जो राजा थे मूर्ख उस तरह से नहीं,
Are using their human life to develop their natural devotion for Krishna.
They're using their human life to develop their natural devotion for Lord Krishna.
जो मनुष्य जीवन का उपयोग कर रहे हैं, जो स्वाभाविक प्रेम है भगवान श्री कृष्ण के लिए उसको उत्पन्न करने के लिए।
So today is a working day. I don't want to speak too late.
So today is a working day. I don't want to speak too late.
तो आज कार्य दिवस है तो हम बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा नहीं बोलेंगे।
Are there any? We'll take 2 questions.
I'll take 2 questions.
One from the men, one from the ladies.
One from the men, one from the ladies.
मैं 2 प्रश्न लूंगा, एक पुरुष
If you have any questions on the
और एक स्त्री
talk
का।
tonight,
If you have any question on the talk tonight,
और कोई प्रश्न है आज के विषय के ऊपर, जो आज आपकी नई बात है उसके ऊपर कोई प्रश्न,
any question?
any questions?
कोई प्रश्न?
No questions.
Thank you, Oscar. I have a very simple question for you. In our life, what is the spiritual enlightenment? What are the things that we can do in our normal life to get them enlightenment?
What are the normal things we can do in our everyday lives to get enlightened, spiritual enlightenment?
तो अपने सामान्य जीवन में हम क्या ऐसा कार्य कर सकते हैं जिससे कि हम प्रकाशित हों, हमारे अंदर आध्यात्मिक प्रकाशित हों।
You chant Hare Krishna.
You can chant Hare Krishna.
तो आप हरे कृष्ण का जप कर सकते हैं।
Jump and also kirtan with the wife and the children.
Japa and also Kirtan with the wife and the children.
जप और कीर्तन भी अपनी पत्नी और संतान के साथ में।
Or if you're not living with your family, then with the other people in your hostel.
Or if you're not living with your family, then with the other people in your hostel.
अगर आप परिवार के साथ में नहीं हैं तो जहाँ पर भी रहते हैं अपने और मित्रों के साथ कर सकते हैं।
And also worship a picture or worship deity.
And also worship a picture or worship a deity.
और फिर भगवान की छवि या फिर उनके विग्रह की सेवा कर सकते हैं।
Or read the Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Read the Bhagavad Gita as it is.
भगवद गीता का रूप का अध्ययन कर सकते हैं।
Participate in some Bhakti group meeting.
Participate in some Bhakti Vriksha group meeting.
और जो भक्ति विद्या की शाखाएं चलती हैं उसमें भाग ले सकते हैं।
Come like this. There's public program. Participate in the program.
Come like this when there's a public program. Come and participate in the program.
और इस प्रकार के जो कार्यक्रम होते हैं उसमें आकर के भाग ले सकते हैं।
Krishna Prasad of your food to Krishna.
Cook and offer your food to Krishna, Krishna Prasad.
जो कुछ पकाते हैं आप उसको भगवान को अर्पण कर सकते हैं, कृष्ण प्रसाद पा सकते हैं
And eat the prasadam.
And eat the prasadam.
और प्रसाद को आप पा सकते हैं.
All ladies should learn how to cook prasadam.
All ladies should learn how to cook prasadam.
सभी माता जी को सीखना चाहिए कैसे प्रसाद बनाते हैं.
And some of the men also learn how to cook.
And some of the men should also learn how to cook.
और कुछ पुरुष सभी को सीखना चाहिए कैसे हम प्रसाद बनाना चाहिए.
Some of the men do the Radha Seva.
Some of the men do the Radha Seva.
तो कुछ जो पुरुष होते हैं वो राधा सेवा करते हैं.
And these are some things we've done.
These are some things that can be done.
ये कुछ चीजें हैं जो की जा सकती हैं.
There's more. These are easiest.
There is more, but these are the easiest.
वैसे भी और आगे भी है लेकिन ये सहज है, सरल है करना.
And lady,
Any question from the ladies
and children?
माता जी कोई प्रश्न है
or from the children?
या बच्चों से कोई प्रश्न, कोई बच्चे प्रश्न पूछना चाहते हैं.
See the yatra organized.
We want to see the yatra be organized.
देखना चाहते हैं कि यात्रा जो है वो संयोजित हो.
Have a yatra team.
Have a yatra team.
यात्रा में एक कार्यकारी संघ हो.
Tabagasha. They'll discuss with you all how it's possible to make a yatra leadership.
Sri Vallabh and Tapan Mishra will discuss with you all how to make a yatra leadership.
श्री वल्लभ प्रभु और तपन प्रभु जी ये चर्चा करेंगे और बताएंगे कैसे यात्रा में कार्यकारी संबंध है.
We want that this yatra should go on very nicely.
We want that this yatra should go on very nicely.
चाहते हैं कि यात्रा बहुत ही सुचारू रूप से आगे बढ़े.
This is our newest yatra.
This is our newest yatra.
Big participation.
Big participation.
ये हमारी सबसे अभी नई यात्रा है और काफी बड़ा भाग सम्मिलित है यहाँ पर आज.
We have in the Balaram Dash, Krishna Gopal Dash, Avatari Dash, Sham Dash.
We have in Balaram Desh, Krishna Katha Desh, Avatari Desh, Sham Desh.
बलराम देश, अवतारी देश, कृष्ण कथा देश, श्याम देश,
Damodar Dash,
Damodar Desh,
Mathura Dash.
Mathura Desh.
दामोदर देश, मथुरा देश.
They're all code names.
They're all code names.
ये उनके दिए गए नाम हैं.
Kalaya Dash.
Kanaiya Desh.
और यहाँ पे कन्हैया देश.
Sometimes, they can participate. Like there was one lady in Mathura Dash.
Like there was one lady in Mathura Desh.
एक स्त्री थी मथुरा देश में.
She said, Gurudev, I'm very blessed devotee this year.
She said, Gurudev, I made very less devotees this year.
उन्होंने कहा कि गुरुदेव मैंने इस वर्ष बहुत कम भक्त बना पाए.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
मैं क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ उसके लिए.
I asked her, well, how many devotees did you make?
I asked her, well, how many devotees did you make?
मैंने पूछा कि ठीक है कितने भक्त बना पाए आप.
Only 76.
Only 76.
बाकी सिर्फ 76.
Not too bad.
Well, not too bad.
मैंने कहा कि इतना बुरा भी नहीं है ये.
What was your goal?
What was your goal?
108.
108.
आपका लक्ष्य क्या है? उन्होंने कहा कि 108.
Every devotee make one devotee a year,
If every devotee would make one devotee a year,
the double every year.
that would double every year.
सब भक्त एक एक भक्त बनाएंगे तो हर वर्ष दुगने भक्त हो जाएंगे.
You don't want to be a fool
We don't want to be a fool
like the king
like the king
of the drama.
of the drama.
ड्रामा के जो राजा थे हम उस तरह के मूर्ख नहीं बनना चाहते हैं.
He doesn't know where he's going, what he's doing, what he's work again.
He doesn't know where he's going, what he's doing, where he'll take birth again.
तो राजा को पता नहीं था कि वो कहाँ पे जा रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, आगे कहाँ पहुंचेंगे, क्या उनका गंतव्य स्थान है, कुछ भी पता नहीं था.
Anyway, so thank you very much.
Anyway, so thank you very much.
तो आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare